Hi guys, it's the 6th of May 2021 and last night I received a very clear and very powerful dream. There's no messing about with this one. Now, I have absolutely no idea in the whole wide world why I'd dream something like this, and that therefore tells me I very strongly believe this to be a prophetic dream. Now, I take my dreams very seriously. I share them exactly as I receive them, okay? Sometimes I try and depict them exactly as they were. All right. Now, I don't know if this will come to pass or what, but the way that I dream that, no messing about, mate. All right. So let's get straight into the dream. I was with my twin brother. We were walking along past some big empty warehouses. Don't know what that was about. My brother was sort of holding me up in the dream. I knew we were in the end of days, like, you know, almost as if we had bugged out sort of thing. Yeah, we were walking past a lot of big empty warehouses. I then came across a building and I went into this building, and in this building were two guys that live in my brother's block. And they pulled me into this room, and it was like this small sort of confined room, which was, it was just a small room. They were sitting there and they were talking to me, and I said to them, "Why are you in this small room? You know, it's a bit like a prison cell sort of thing, but it's not a prison cell." And they said, "Oh, come on, Dan, it was the old COVID-19." And I saw the words COVID-19 in the background on the wall. They said, due to the lockdown, you know, we're in lockdown, Dan, the old lockdown with COVID-19, old. Then I saw like millions and millions of these flies, okay, flies. I mean, I would describe it as like plague level. I have never seen so many flies in my life. And suddenly they were all around us, and like I was looking out and the sky was sort of red and it was very hot, and these flies, they were biting me, and they were all over me. I was trying to smack them off me, like get them off me, and there were just millions of these flies everywhere. And there was like, they were biting me, and they were like, oh, it was just horrible. And the words malaria, they were spreading malaria, and they were biting me all over. I suddenly saw a box of shredded wheat, you know, shredded wheat that you eat. And if you ever grab shredded wheat, you can sort of rip it up and you just see millions of these little flakes, these little lines sort of thing of the wheat. Well, the flies looked like the shredded wheat. And there were so many of them. They got in the box and they were just everywhere. And you just could not escape these flies, man. Right? And they were sort of the same sort of thickness as the shredded wheat. I mean, they weren't shredded wheat, but it's like a comparison to sort of help you understand, like, you know. And these flies were everywhere. Everywhere. You just could not get away from them. Then suddenly, my friend, who lives in my brother's block, turned around and said, "Dan, I must inject you. I've got to inject you in my foot." He injected me in my foot with this stuff. I suddenly felt incredibly tired. I was just like exhausted. I couldn't focus. It was like I was feverish. It was like I was really, really sick, you know. And again, malaria. Malaria. Yeah, I was just so sick, and I just couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. Then he turned around to me and he said, "We've all had it. We've all got it," or something. It's the flies. They're spreading malaria. Now, in my dream, I sort of came to understand this as if this was a new pandemic, okay? COVID-19 was the old lockdown. There was now malaria, and there was these millions and millions of these flies, and it was hot, and the sky was red, and you couldn't get rid of the flies. Yeah, and basically that was the dream, man, you know? So old COVID-19, shelters, lockdown, the millions and millions of these flies like a plague, you couldn't get rid of them, spreading malaria. My friend vaccinated me in my foot. I felt sick. I felt uncontrollable tiredness. I couldn't physically move. I was just delirious. That's the right word to put. Delirious. Wasn't with it at all. Yeah, was the dream. Could this be another pandemic coming? I do not know. What you need to do is pray about this and get ready. Now, once again, guys, in the first link in the description is the Christian Communities World Safe Locations. There are communities in most places around the world. If you are not a part of the Christian communities, please feel free to join in the first link in the description. In the second link in the description is the Christian Communities Complete Survival Guide. Everything you need to know about the Christian communities are within the survival guide, along with a multitude of survival skills, how to survive in a multitude of situations, how to put a plan in place, all the rest of it. That's in the survival guide in the second link. Very strongly recommend that you grab yourself a copy of that, all right? Come together with other Christians from your regions, work together, put a plan in place. Very serious stuff. This did not come from me, this came from our Lord. The communities are from our Lord for us to stick together, prepare and work together and survive when harder times come. All right, guys? Look, I love you guys. Please be safe. Please pray about everything in this video and weigh it up with the Bible for yourself. Be warned, be advised, get prepared, get ready, work together. All right? Bless you. You be safe. I'll see you again soon. Over and out.